We were here because we were wondering what to do with our golden saint. But in the end, did I do something with it? Or did we decide? What did I want to enchant? This is, there we go, city outfit. What I remember, we ended and it was quite a struggle to capture that golden saint soul, and we did make a few spells to boost our enchanting, basically. What was I considering? A bunch of bound items. That's what I wanted. Bound gauntlet, helmet. Could do with boots as well. We'll see. I still need to think about what I want to do with that soul gem. Journal wise, we need to get an amulet, and we'll get that from Master Nello's captain, which is Sadrith Mora, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's go to quest. That's gonna be easier. I really need to just quickly pop into Ebonheart and talk to the captain or whoever he is to stop the attacks. So that... What was this one? Speak with the councilman of House Fedora, and I must get at least 3 of them to agree to revoke the Mages Guild monopoly. So we need to go to Aldrin for that? Ah, Prof, you looked that up? Crap, I really did make things quite complicated for myself, because if we need to get access to Holaiman Monastery, does that mean we need to progress with the main quest to the point where? Or we can just go there and expect it to be open at the right time of the day? Or you raid RM? RM? I'll think of it. I'll know what it is. It's a Telvan. It's a place in Morrowind. I'll know that. What is RM? What is RM? It's a region. Thank you. A Morrowind region? Okay. Bitter Coast, Ashland, Azura Coast, Graceland. Which region is that? Solstheim, Shogorath region. It's not a region, is it? Is it in I clearly haven't had my coffee this morning. Oh, by the way, I'm not even here. Oh, of course, because last time we were playing with Aurel. Hang on. Okay, so regions. Bittercoast, Ashlands. We get it through dialogue. Huh. So, main quest. Should have thought that one through. Main quest it is, indeed. Okay, how far did I go with the main quest? I don't think we... Did we even talk to Caius Cosatus? I don't think we did. I think I may have dropped, the papers as well. Oh, Red Mountain. Duh. Oh my goodness, it's a bit early. Let's go with that. Yeah. So Caius Cosatus, I think I just ignored him. Plain and simple. So the one hope. No, we have, okay, we're good. Because dirt. No, we'll be fine. Because when you start the game, you do get the document for Caius Cosatus, but there should also be one left in Sadanin, in the census office. That happens with with Krell, you know, the Kajin mod that we have, and I install it with every install. I'd like to go to Sadanin. I know. Back to the roots. We never started in Sadanin. I don't think we did anything in Sadanin actually, because we spawned as a member of the Mages Guild or something like that. So here we go. Good. Okay, we can do the main quest. I still don't have a teleport to Mora, would you believe it? Eventually we'll get it. Okay, main quest it is. Honestly, at level 12 we should be able to go and progress quite... Why are you walking? Stay at your post. Same low price. Yeah. Ouch. Well, athletics is still not great. Let's just say it like that. Who? Whoa! MCA. I mean, crap, and I get stuck in the furniture. I mean, seriously, MCA, what's the point of having all these people? Let's at least get... How I hate getting stuck in the furniture. Okay, fine. I was going to get the attention of the guards or something, but... Woof, okay. There's something wrong with my ground. Let me just reload that. That was quick, wasn't it? If I just didn't get stuck in the furniture, and I mean it's my own fault, like I moved like an idiot, but still. Yes, Morrowind doesn't like it. Well, Skink, Prof, it's basically up to you to build a pyramid. You know what to do. And Orion PS, hello, lol indeed, that was quite a pathetic death. While I was, you know, happily chatting. I don't have the continue mod installed on that one. Skink, will you help? Dev, good morning. Come on, give us the Dagoth waves, guys. I'm totally counting on you. Here we go. All right. So, well, apparently I need to get my fighting gear on just in case. Brain not working. I'm not gonna make fun of you because mine is not all that good either today, so okay. The problem is they just unlock me. Okay. Fine. Ooh, my goodness, you're on a roll, guys. I think that's fine. I think we're gonna have the Dagoth wave, which maybe will give me the power to win. How are you doing, Dev? How has it been since when was it? Sunday, I think is the last time I saw you. It's okay, Skink. Don't worry. You did great. I think you can leave it at that. All right, let's get ready, like seriously ready. Yeah, that's a little useless. Difference between typing and clicking. Oh, you were actually putting kappa 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 kappa. I see. Hey, good morning, my lord. You're pretty lucky, yes. Yeah, it's a lot easier that way, isn't it? Lay down your weapons. It's not too late for my mercy. Oh, oh. Thank you, Mora. Interesting. There's no escape. Okay. You just copy paste. Safest way to do it, right? Okay. I mean, you gotta like Chaos Casadis with Robert's body, just nice and compact. Moving on. Yes, I want to report to you guys. And here's your package. I will not go to the Blades trainers. We're not at the point where we need the money and we're desperate for it. So no. Let's go through all the topics, so that will be done. How is your day going, my lord? Thank you so much for updating Bed Buddies. You're not a fan of the Dagoth Wave? Now, I'm not a person who would listen to it like 5 times in a row, but it does put a smile on my face. That's all I want from it. It's not like it's musically amazing and revolutionary, but it makes me smile. You doing good? Just had a game of Munchkin with my flatmate, quarantine cellmate. It's quite funny. I mean, fun. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit funny. Ow. Because now we actually try to do more things with people now that we cannot or shouldn't. So I have a student. She was gonna have dinner with her friends, but basically they were gonna Skype while having dinner, which I think is funny. And yeah. Yes, you want me to go and talk to Hafad and Dabolis about the Sixth House and the Nerevarine. You will tell me about the prophecies and the history, and I think I got everything. Thank you, Caius. Good times, good times. That Tremora is absolutely badass. I think people are starting to realize how much we take our community for granted. Yeah, I think there's something like that, and there's I think there's also the fact that in a crisis, normally what we do is we turn to our family, we turn to our friends, we stick together. I mean, that's the very expression. And now we're in a situation where if we want to support people, we have to leave them alone. And I find that quite hard. That's how you show you care. You just... I mean, MCA, come on, guys. I'm not going to use Gothrin helmet again. I should... I mean, there's just 2 of them. I mean, are they practicing? They're practicing. They're practicing. Okay. My bad. They're just practicing. Hello. Chaos Casada sent me... no, you're Tapius. Wrong guy. Hello. Chaos Casada sent me. He wants to know something about the Nerevarine, which he will tell me if I do a little favor for you. Just bring a Dwemer puzzle box from a place that is not too far in the Foyada. Yes, it's a Dwemer place, but they've all disappeared. There we go. Thank you. Got it. I still go on walks, but then I live in a small community bordering on the countryside. To be fair, we do allow ourselves to go out once a day. We keep our distance from people. There's fewer people on the street, so that's good. People are listening. And yeah, like just go out a little bit. I mean, if you have a house and a garden or a large terrace, you probably don't feel the need. But if essentially we're in an area, it's very common in London. It's estate housing, so you would have, you know, a U-shape block of flat, and then another one, and there's little patches of green in between. They really do try to put patches of green in between, but really you don't see all that much green. So we walk all the way to the park, though we didn't go since the official lockdown. So I don't know if they've closed that park. In France, they've even closed the parks to deter people from going there. Alright, I got rid of the books because no reason to keep them. Let's go to Dwemer puzzle box. I hope at some point MCA is going to just give up when, you know, the whole of Balmora is littered with bodies. Maybe they'll realize it's not a good idea to attack me in town. It's the idea. Sounds horrible. The accommodation, it's really not. I mean, the way that they build it, you can tell that they try to make it a nice place, and so each little area has its little garden, but no one uses it. It's kind of awkward. Good morning, Townie Owl. How are you doing? Your Prime Minister gave a Facebook live stream Q&A in her pajamas from home last night. I mean, personally, I can appreciate that. I don't know, what was the general public opinion on that? Did they find it shameful and unprofessional, or did they appreciate the fact that she's also at home and like people at home, she can work in her pajamas? Corpus made me immune to corona. Yes, if only, huh? She just put her kids to bed and she didn't want to dress up for it. I mean, I have no problem with that. Yo. Well done, me. I'm honestly, I'm going to blitz through that because we know this part. Let's catch our breath though. Who was hang on. Is it EK, Enclave Killer, that is redoing this dungeon, like he's an overhaul of the dungeon? I hope he's going to basically borrow your script, Murlord, to have the cube spawn in different places. That would be very nice. I hope it will. Someone online joked that a big problem is that now Jehovah's Witnesses know you're at home. Yes, you can't just be quiet. They'll go away. True. I mean, it did make me smile. It's true, but hopefully they are at home as well. Like, yes, they're home. You're armed with what? For this guy, because he's killed many of my characters, I want to use some Dolores. Bows and arrows. Point blank. Oh, from the rooftop. was here. Hello, Marianne. Yes, I kind of abandoned you here, didn't I? Just forgot to take that. I'll be on my way, Marianne. Thank you. Bye. I kind of wish other regions did that. Where is the Norse pagan? For variety. Learn something new. I wish I had a teleport to Balmora. We'll check all the bookshops. We'll have to go to Vivek in a bit. So we can check the bookshop there. I'm considering going straight to Pelagiad and get that skull for you know who. I mean, I can run so quickly. I don't think that, you know, going to Balmora and then to go to Pelagiad again, it's going to be very useful. So let's go to Pelagiad, grab the skull from the tomb, and that's 2 of the main quest. Is it? Okay, now I'm curious. I'm going to quick save and I'm going to go there. We need to know. We need to find out. I've never noticed, but then, you know, I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever tried to pick up the skull before I needed it. So yeah. Let's find out. Somebody, I don't know who, dropped a shirt. I don't find Jehovah's to be bad people as such. I just find Christianity to be kind of bland. I mean, that is quite a topic. My biggest problem with religions in general is the hypocrisy of it all. How some precepts, like how you can use certain lines or verses to prove one thing and then another one to prove exactly the opposite as it suits you. And I do think that over history, especially with Christianity, it was really a tool to control the population. It's like, hey, your life sucks, but you know, keep at it, and in the afterlife you will be happier. I think it's very manipulative. At the same time, it does have benefits. Giving hope, like faith is a powerful thing, and it can be used either way. There, that was my take on religion. It's not fun. Let's talk about Morrowind. I mean, it's sort of a fun topic. It's an interesting topic. Very fascinating, in fact. Okay, let's find out if that skull is scripted. I don't have my little cave here. Now I remember what I wanted for an enchantment. Restore fatigue. Not get the squirrel lord. Hello. I'm watching you, scum. You want to... Now I'll do it for you. That's what you want.
We're watching you, scum.
See? I'm ready for everything. Kinda. History is kind of funny since you can prove pretty much anything. And all the proof have been burned at some point or another. That's another thing when you take something like the Bible. It's been written, rewritten, rewritten, amended, tweaked, modified. And same thing with the Quran. Like through various translation and interpretation, you get different things. That's my problem. Hey, how are you doing, Nugget? Ooh. That is not a bad spell. Thank you for that. And that is not a we are a little bit overburdened. Let's get restored. In case we needed it. I'm not sure we needed it, but just... Oh. Yes, now I clearly remember I wanted to restore fatigue. I know it's not the best enchantment to have, but just the fact that I won't have to stop every, few minutes to catch my breath is going to be great. Doing all right. Tired, should be going to bed, but I'm playing Monster Hunter World. Priorities, huh? And when you're in a game, you're in a game. What can I say? maybe can you die? Can you lose the game? That's typically what helps, Nah, I'm taking the fire swords. Some convent decided whether they decide to be in the Bible is legit because God guides them anyway. Pretty practical. It's very practical. Yeah. Don't. Okay, you're forcing me. I don't think it's gonna care much for my cold spell. But how'd you like that? Oh, it's a good thing it was just crippled. Enjoying the joy of not having realistic repairs. As I said last week, it's I use it because now I can, and it feels liberating in a way, but at the same time I realize that it really is not as much fun playing when you can sleep anywhere, you can repair anything anywhere, you don't really need to eat anything. I do. It's a two-way thing. I appreciate that now I can take advantage of the game basically. And it's fine because we're doing a challenge and the focus is not so much in making it realistic. The focus is on doing the quest for the Harry Potter challenge, so that's fine. But no, I would not switch back to not having any needs mod, not having realistic repairs, not having bed buddies, even especially now that I can kill for a bed. That changes everything. You resisted? No, don't. I know it's just cold and you don't care so much, but see, it does hurt a little bit. Just enough. Just enough. That's what I thought. I've been hit. Been hit by a grave curse. Oh, it's gone. Now it's gone. Good. No, I wouldn't go back to not having them. Really. Because yes, it does get annoying, like, oh crap, I need to rest. Oh crap, I need to drink. Oh crap, I have no food, I need food. But at the same time, like right now we're gonna do the main quest. A good chunk of the main quest. Yeah, you can pick it up, okay. So it's good we verified that. You can do a good chunk of the main quest and there's nothing, to sort of regulate how quickly you do it. I don't know. Better with Ashfall, really. This we keep. This is valuable. Oh, I can walk. Except if I pick something up. No, we're good. So I'm a bit like, now I can do that. But I wouldn't want to be able to do that in every game. Is the short answer, including the yep. It's a shame I can't just go to Vivek from here and talk to the informants and say, by the way, you don't know me, but someone on the MCC Discord commented that Nom is obsolete with Ashfall, but I like a lot of Nom. One of the things that I like with Nom, there's a couple of them. The first one, I like the fact that you actually have shops everywhere. There's a bakery and you can buy food. so it feels more integrated in the world. Whereas with Ashfall, I mean, the food, the ingredients are there, obviously, but if you go to an inn, they don't serve you dishes. They still serve you, raw vegetables, if you're lucky. Not even bread. So with Necessities of Morrowind, it feels like it's really well integrated in Vattenfell. I really liked that you could see your food being cooked, but now we have that in Ashfall as well. The variety of food too, which then it falls to I think it's faster to take the Silstrider from Sadanin. Like, some people would say, well, it makes sense that they've imported chicken from Cyrodiil because they have those. They've imported apples because they have those. So lore-wise, it makes sense. At the same time, how long, like, the Morrowind has been annexed, I suppose you could say. They could nuke the restaurant. The restaurant I never used, ever. Just the little shops in towns where you would expect, a place where people buy their food. Not everybody goes to the pub to get their cork bulb, I think. And obviously there's the fact that you could unlock recipes. So if you really, really wanted to be a chef, then you would look for those books and you would look for those ingredients to make recipes. If you just wanted to be able to eat, then you buy your bread and you grill your meat like a proper Cro-Magnon. Cro-Magnon wouldn't buy bread. They would grill the meat though. But if you want to roleplay a character that actually wants to cook, then you could progress and you could learn recipes. Good things in none. There's the tea, obviously, and the quest to learn how to make your own tea. That was good too. Yeah. Hey, you're pretty strong. Not very quick though. You have a silverware plate and a dwemer. You can keep your stuff. Thank you. I really want to get team mechanics done in Ashfall. I will so appreciate that. Because yes, some characters, they go for the booze, they drink booze. But what about my Altmer that wants something a little more posh? Yeah, looking forward to the tea mechanics to be added. Balmora. And while you're at it, put the immersive alcohol in there as well. And then skooma. Caius. No. Fighters Guild. Dun, 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 dun. That kid should be home. Love. I'm not a member of the guild. That's a bit of a bummer. However, the Mages Guild, I am a member of the Mages Guild. Wouldn't they give me the key so I can go home? Yeah. That is really unfair. They really ought to give me the key. Now I have no choice but to go and spend the night at Caius's. Don't worry, I know what to do. It's gonna be quite safe. He says. He's not dead yet. I didn't join the Mora tongue, that's why. Still there? Alright, so we are going to rest at Caius's, but here's what we're gonna do. My war puppy is gonna watch over me as I rest. It's 2 o'clock. We want people to be up in about 6 hours. Should do. No. No. No, because my puppy watch over me. Nothing. Bye. Come on, she's a teenage girl. We take precautions. City outfit. Why, of course. Well, these two, you know, they have issues. I don't know if it's friendly competition or something, but every time I come in, they're bickering. Hello, Hasfat. And argue teenage girls and precautions generally don't coexist. Well, there should be. I took them. Yes, about that favor you asked me, here's the box. Tell me all you know about the Dwemer, their language, their sites. Tell me more about the history, the Nerevarine, and the Sixth House. That would be for Caius. He will be so pleased. So pleased. The main quest is only fun if you have Julian, I think. I think it's fair to say. Then again, using Gavrilo's mods, where at least you can slightly modify the main quest to go with the sort of character you're playing, that's okay. Otherwise, you need Julian. The mod that I still want to try is Never Say Nerevar. I don't know. It looks like something fun. If you don't want to do the main quest, you don't want to know about my dreams, fair enough. Give me orders. Let's progress. Yes. We'll go and talk to her. I'm fairly certain we'll know how to please her. So it's a bit odd that they scripted the Dwemer puzzle box to make sure you can't pick it up until you actually need it, which is fine because indeed you pick it up and then you sell it or you drop it and you're stuck with the main quest. But they really should have done, I'm none of your business. They should have done the same thing with the skull, really. If they had been a little more thorough or consistent. Sean, you want me to do a little errand? A skull in a tomb? It's about necromancy? No. There you go. Now you give me the information. And now I have all the information. It's only to fire... sorry. Julon is good, especially when he hates me. It's only to fight the sleepers. Well, let's just say he's very entertaining. I'm gonna... there, have the booze, lady. Oh, crap. What else did she give me that I don't need? Have the... no, we keep that. I mean, it looks special. It's not because we want to drink it, obviously. Oh, because of the sleeper script. But hang on, the sleeper script, the fact that they are going to force greet you? I have nothing to drop. I mean, that book is valuable and we're going to need money if we are to restore health, potion, cube light. I promise you nothing in here is superfluous. I suppose I can just... yeah. Greetings from Munich. Hey, hey. Guten Tag. And that's it. That's all I can say. Yeah, that's about all I can say. Really. Good morning. How are you doing? Having the best light armor. I am using it. You're saying this one? When I switch to my combat gear, I have it on. But when I'm in town and I want to be pretty, I don't. Skiing. I would not just ignore the best armor. Vanilla armor at the very least. How foolish would that be? Extremely foolish. Hello, Dralasa. I do have a bit of extra things that I don't need, but not an awful lot. I stop picking up soul gems. I need to remember that. I don't need to pick them up anymore. And you are exquisite, but extravagant, not good enough. And a Dagoth brandy, I don't know. It doesn't look like something I want to sell. These kids and their new fancy mods. I don't have any extra armor there. This is the most vanilla game I have, honestly. Of all my installs, that's the closest to vanilla. Surely we don't need all that rings, we just don't have enough fingers for them. Turban of Elsewhere, enchant capacity 10, not interesting. Admonition is pretty good. Intervention, sure. Divine, sure. Health, 5 point of health, I think we'll make do without. Chameleon 4, let's keep that, no. Enchanting, not good enough for us anymore. I'm keeping it, but I think I can do better. What is the one I'm using? Strength. I think I'm better off with the strength because I'm so weak as it is. And sure feet, well, I mean, you are a reward for a quest, but I will never wear anything but the boots of blinding speed, so bye. She accepted. All right. Back to Gaius. So, to get... But anyway, I mean, I'm doing the main quest right now. I'm gonna go back to Gaius, okay? Shoo! People, this guy is gonna... Good. I don't need to go much further in the main quest right now because I still need to get the bitter cup first. This is a very angry man. Very, very angry man. So I'm gonna report my success to Caius. He's gonna ask me to go to Vivek. Yes. Blade Apprentice, yay. But I am not gonna go to Vivek right now. We're going for the bitter cup. We need to progress with our actual challenge. It's a bit of a bummer that I'm so overburdened. You know, even before I start. Why do I have these arrows? Oh yes, because who had those arrows? Where's my Dremora companion? My bodyguard. I just left him somewhere. I took his arrows and left him. I no idea where. En route towards Resdania. I never know how to read that. In fact, I can't imagine, I can't see the spelling in my head. But let's go to Margan. Let's catch our breath first. I think enchanted item, we are going to put restore fatigue. We have to. I would like a summon boots. That would be quite nice as well. So I do have... This is it. This is it. Is it the skink you were talking about? My floor, my ground, and something you didn't like? Is it the one in Balmora? It's connery texture. Do you have any good spell books? No. Okay. Okay. I mean, I do think I have a quest. Mage's Guild, Manuals Do, Recruit or Kill, Vampires of Arden Fell. Oh, there we go. Yes. And I think it's... Oh, wow. Ash Zombie in town. I think she is actually... It's been forever since I did that quest, but I think she's somewhat outside, yes. Here we go. So, what's new in Munich? Lockdown, or at least isolation, like everywhere. Don't resist, Scampy. Don't. I am such a lovely teenager for saying that. Lovely, lovely. Interestingly, the scamp had the key, but not the brain to use it. Is the scamp really gone? Thank you, whoever you are. This is all my fault. I wanted to be a real sorcerer, not just Hurlene's apprentice for the rest of my life. I wanted to prove I could summon a scamp. I mean, if he cannot summon a scamp, that's pretty bad. Then Hurlene would have to take me seriously. I'm just glad it's all over now. Thank you for killing the scamp. But where is she? Like, you know? Is she dead? Did the scamp eat her? Shut up, okay? You've done enough. They like trashing the house more than trashing the summoner, I guess. So Hurlene is still out doing her shopping or something. Alright, now it gets... We want to go to Aldredania. I'm thinking on this island? Guys, can you confirm? If I go around here, that's where I'm gonna find the dungeon for the bitter cup. What do you think? That's it? Good, good, good. Let's teleport, because we've learned the spell. So far we were using our broomstick. You know, like the kids like to do. But ever since our birthday, our 14th birthday, we decided to cast a spell. Like grown-ups do. True story. Watching the icon so I don't fall to my death. If cliff racers could, you know, all together ignore me, not a chance, says the cliff racer. Not a chance. Ignore you. We have a reputation. What? I'm not years behind. I'm a prodigy. I've graduated. That was my last year. That's why I hardly ever go there. True for nah. Sorry. I should have been paying more attention. Is that really, that was the worst time to fail a levitation spell? And I just lost it now? I must have mispronounced Leviosa, probably. I'm gonna go for my broomstick. Okay, because you can't go wrong with a broomstick. And I'm going with my big staff to finish them off quickly. Like so. Thank you. Leviosa. Is that better? It's not far. We'll be there very, very soon. I wish this character... Morrowind is turning my character into a vicious, mean little girl. And it's Vaudenfell doing it, it's not me. Seriously. Did you get scared? Did you think I was gonna fall to my death like a noob? Looking forward to trying the Silstrider Burial mod that was released for the modathon. Here we have an Ashlander camp. Could water walk, but it's quite surprising we don't see other people ever flying in the game. Really? It's like I'm the only spellcaster who ever used a levitation spell. When you think about it. And I think this is where we're going. Hello, Bittercup. Let's go closer to the ground now. Perfect. Super smooth landing, just the way I like it. How is it for you working from home, Merlord? I would assume that it's actually pretty good. You! That idiot has some paralytic arrows. Just let me at him. Let's have a bit of health. Come on. Let me at him. Wow, I do not resist paralysis. Hang on. Bastard. I am truly paralyzed. I was already working from home. All that's changed is my flatmate now also works from home. So I have to share the living room with him. It's not so bad. It does make a difference though. Like normally, I mean, I work from home most of the time. So when I was teaching during the weekend, that's when there could be music and there could be, you know, noise in the house because it's the weekend. So I can't really ask my flatmate to be quiet during the weekend because I'm working during the weekend. But it's people during the whole week. Am I going to survive that? Erebus, hello. No, they're not gonna let me move. Constant paralysis. I mean, I do have a potion of dispel. So, I wait for the next arrow. Dispel right now. Oh, crap. Let's try again. And you shot yourself, you idiot. Now, can I survive, you know, longer than they can shoot me? Find out in the next episode of No, I'm going in with a big one. Still cannot. Crap. No, potion. Yeah, I can't have more. Don't. Die. There we go. Stun. That will teach you, you bony bastard. Hello, Erebus. Lovely to see you, Corpse Rive. Good morning. Poke him in the eyes. Yes, like that. Bloody paralysis arrows. And, I mean, I'm not even going to bother looking for the loot because I know where they are. I know where the arrows went. Ah, for crying out loud. You had the Viper arrow, but they seem to be wrong. They don't have their poison charge. And you were using paralyzed for 10 seconds. They must have had like at least 20 more of each arrow, I think, because they just kept, you know, shooting those. All right. Think I should get my puppy with me? Fireheart, hi indeed. Good morning. How is it going? I mean, I kind of like having my Dremora bodyguard. I don't know where's the other one. I've lost him, but never mind. That's okay. We'll find him at some point, I'm sure. Okay, in we go. Alt Redania Tower. Redania. Interesting. Trapped. Nice. Weapon. Dead body. Our security is not good, however, we do have a special open spell that we've been practicing for a while. Gosh, we're good. I think I actually managed to crit that skeleton. Is there two of them, in fact? There's two of them. Bone Lord. Two of them. Crap. I don't know if Dolores is gonna work on them. I should have saved. You're okay, just relaxing. You know the problem is I feel that I'm high level. I know it's not permadeath and I'm sort of rushing into things instead of being, you know, a little more cautious. Yes, let's do that. Go. Subtle touch. Well done. Subtle touch. Well done. I'm just gonna go this way for now. I'm not saying we're not gonna kill them. I'm just saying that this is... Hello? There's another body here. We have a sorcerer there. You know what I need to do? I need to make a spell with a large radius.